Hey everybody, this is Jen from MyNAMS.com and the Novice to Advanced Marketing System, and I want to tell everybody welcome for coming today. We have got a very special guest. Before we get started though, if everybody would just type in the chat or the questions box for me and let me know that you can see us and that you can hear us. We want to make sure that we are not talking to air. And okay, great. Barbara said yes, she can see us. All right, great. So can Russell? Good deal. I always like it when we have technology successful wins for the day. So, anyway, we've got Darren Adams here today from Infusionsoft. And Darren, you want to say hey to everybody?
Hey everybody, it's Darren from Infusionsoft.
So Darren is just one of my favorite people, and we've been working with Darren here for about 4 years now, I guess. And really has helped us to become successful with Infusionsoft. It's one of our favorite tools, and we always like to share our favorite tools with our community. And so Darren, I know that you have got a really great presentation, so I'm gonna let you get started. And if you want me to jump in, you want me to answer any questions, I'll watch the questions box for you as well. And then we'll just kind of hold the big questions until the end, unless they directly relate to what you're specifically talking about on screen.
Right. I mean, you can certainly feel free to jump in with any questions. And I already warned Jen a second ago that my daughter called me and said, I'm coming home for lunch. Can you put a pizza in? So in about 9 minutes, I'm going to disappear from the screen to take the pizza out of the oven for my daughter coming home for lunch here today. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm ready. I want to really help people. I love helping people really discover a better way to do their business, and especially the people in the NAMS community who have done amazing things. I've been coming to their events for years and doing webinars and doing other great stuff as well. So, and anyway, we really want to talk today about really how you can create wealth through automation. There are so many different things that you can do that you can automate that will make life significantly easier for you. So I want to go through a couple of those things that might be there. Oh wait, Jen, what do I do? Oh, there we go. Sorry.
You back? Okay.
I just didn't hit it hard enough. I figured I hadn't done something. I learned this the hard way. So for 30 years, I had been in a regular job, and then I finally decided I was going to be a speaker, coach, trainer, author. So I figured I knew all the things. I got my website up and going, telling people how I was going to be able to help them. I created a video explaining my mission and my message and all that, and published a book and got it out on Amazon. So I figured I had everything in place, ready to go to be successful. And the problem is, just because you do those things does not mean you are going to be successful. There is so much more than just creating content, creating messages. I talk to people all the time and like, oh, I've got to finish creating my course, or I've got to finish creating my message, or whatever. You know what? That's really not it. The message, the service, the product is not the most important foundational piece. The most important foundational piece is building the relationship with systems and really developing that, and it's the marketing behind it. That's how you reach out to people to help people be successful. So we're going to talk about two different things today. We're going to talk about the tools and the process. And that's one reason I love the whole NAMS community is, so many people are just into the process and they don't tell you the tools, or they just tell you the tools and really don't tell you how to use them. And what the whole NAMS community is so brilliant at doing is, here's this great tool and here's how we're going to use it to be successful. So that's what we're going to break down today, is both the tool, Infusionsoft, and how to use it to be successful. It's like getting a hammer and saw and saying, I hope you can build a house, and you're not going to be able to. So we're going to show you how to use the tool. And hopefully some things will be really amazing. It'll blow your mind. So we'll talk about 3 different areas today. We're going to talk about how to attract better, how to sell better, and how to wow better. All these 3 things, we call it life cycle marketing. Attracting is getting people to your database. Selling is getting people to convert at the right time and buy your products or whatever it is. And then wowing is turning them into raving fans so that they continue to love you and do whatever you ask them to do. So we'll start with attract. Attract is this whole notion of getting people to your database. It's one of the first things I always ask people when I'm meeting them, is they say, hey, how can you help me? Or what does Infusionsoft do? Or whatever. I always have to ask them, first of all, do you have a database? Do you have a contact list? Do you have a following? Do you have people that you have attracted to you? That is far more important than whatever your service or product is. Regardless of your service or product, people can have a billion different industries and a billion different ways of doing business and a billion different ways of getting money, but you have got to build it with the foundation, and that comes with the database. So this is the idea of drawing people to you. So we're going to walk through some different ideas on this and how to build the right database, better tools to be able to do so and build it the proper way. This is a friend of mine. Her name is Zenobia. Zenobia is a speaker, coach, trainer, author. And Zenobia knows the importance of a lead magnet. So a lead magnet, to back up a little bit, a lead magnet is something that you offer for free in exchange for someone's email address. So you say, hey, I want to stay in touch with you. Let me give you this free, whatever it might be. Maybe you're a coach, a life coach, and you say, I'm going to give you my 5 best tools to order from Amazon, right? 5 best products to order on Amazon right now to help you be better in your life. Maybe you're a cake decorator. You're gonna say, I'm gonna show you the 5 most spectacular cakes I've seen, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Whatever it might be, but you're gonna give something of value. Now, I always tell people, don't be cheaping out on this thing. Don't be thinking, hey, what's some just cheap stuff I can give people? People don't want cheap stuff. They want valuable stuff. So the more valuable you can make it, the more people will want in. So Zenobia has a lead magnet. In fact, Zenobia has 20 different lead magnets. And this is what is so brilliant about what she does. She's a coach and helps people learn business systems and whatnot. For example, that blue one up there, an ebook on business systems. If people opt in for that, she knows instantly they are interested in business systems and better systems and systems to help them grow their business. And so all the emails are like, hey, did you get this? Here's some ideas on helping you grow your business, and here's some systems and all that go along with that. If someone signs up for Knuckleheads, that list building for Knuckleheads, she knows they're interested in building their list, and that's what they're critically interested in. And so the information going out deals with list building. So now you tag people inside of your Infusionsoft database. You picture your database, a big list of all these people, like a big Rolodex, and a tag is like a Post-it note you stick on that. And so the Post-it note goes on, hey, these people are interested in list building. These people are interested in business systems or whatever. So now everything that you send out deals with whatever you know about them. Now your database is not just names and emails. Now your database is knowledge that's going to help you serve those people and help those people. So the more tags you get on those people, the more you're going to be able to help and serve them and communicate with them in the way that they want to be, and the better you're going to be able to have relationships with those people. In fact, Zenobia has 6 funnels that have an 80% open rate. That is phenomenal in this industry, but it's possible because she tags them. She knows information about them. She's able to communicate with them in a way that they want to be, and she's able to answer their questions and fulfill their needs. And so that's why when she sends the emails out to them, now they open them, now they love them, and now they do stuff. This is one of the most critical things in building any kind of a database to help you learn information about this. You can buy a list. Buying a list is worthless. Having a list that you've organically grown, an organic list that you have grown with information that you know about people, if that list is 100, that list is infinitely more valuable than if you were to have a list of 10,000 that you buy from somewhere or that somebody gives you or something. If you can have 100 people that you have made a connection with and that you really have nurtured and you have tags on those people, that is infinitely more valuable. Jen, if you're still there, I got to go take my pizza out of the oven. So can you give people some examples of lead magnets that you might think would be valuable, or things that you've done in the past as well?
Yeah, so we've got an automated campaign that we've got set up that goes out to our entire list with right now we have 27 active lead magnets that we send out. And what it allows me to do is when people select the lead magnet that they're interested in, it also tells me what topic of content they're interested in. And so when we run all of our different lead magnets out, we can have people who select, for example, one on creating email autoresponders, and if they select that one and they're interested in learning more about that, it tells me that they're interested in email marketing and that they find that to be a valuable piece of their business. If they don't select the email marketing lead gen and they instead select one on using video templates, for example, then it tells me that they're really focused on using video as a marketing tool in their business. And so one of the things I love is that is that we send out like lots of surveys and ask questions too about what people's interest levels are. But what people click on and the actions that they take tell me more than what they select in a survey kind of format. Because actions to me speak louder than actual words do.
Yeah.
So that's how I use the tagging.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the brilliant way to do it. So hopefully, as you're watching this, you're realizing, oh, I get it. I understand how now tagging people, depending, even something, even if you have one lead magnet, imagine if you had 10 lead magnets and use the lead magnets as ways for you to tag people and identify people, what they might need. The more lead magnets you have, the more information you're going to have. This, for example, is an Infusionsoft landing page. So now you can direct them to a landing page. You've got a lead magnet. Maybe people are opting in for that. This is another option. You can use landing pages to help you capture more information from people or capture leads into your database. You create a landing page inside of Infusionsoft. This is a relatively new product. This did not exist up until about 6 months ago. And so they just rolled this out, and these are easy to do. So you go into Infusionsoft. This is an example of a landing page. What you can do is over on the left-hand side, you can change the text or the photo or the icons or the logo, add a video if you want to stick a video into a landing page. You can drive people to an event if you want to do. Whatever you might want to do, now you can create that in a landing page. So maybe you're doing a live event, or maybe you have a product launch or whatever. You create a landing page, you take the code from that after you've created that, and these landing pages take literally like 20, 30 minutes to create, and boom, you're ready to go. You take that code and now you put it out in an email, or you put it in social media. Now people can see that, drives them to the landing page, which is all created inside of Infusionsoft. They enter their information in, and now you've got them in your database. Okay, so landing pages, lead magnets. This is another thing. We're talking about building your database. I want to talk to you about the importance of tagging, as Jen was talking about, depending on their behavior, which will allow you to follow up with them better. So this is a company called E3 Services. Shayna is the person who runs E3. She's an accountant, a bookkeeper, and most of her business is just bookkeeping stuff. But she offers other stuff. She offers like profit first coaching, appreciation marketing. So what she does, if somebody comes into her database with bookkeeping, she tags them. Hey, we've marketed them about bookkeeping. Now let's use that to grow something else. Let's tell them we can do appreciation marketing or different consulting. All of these different little campaigns you can see are different things they could make you aware of, different services. They put a tag on someone. Hey, they've signed up for payroll. So when you put the tag on them, they know that, you know that. So now you're not going to bug them anymore about payroll. Now that says, okay, let's send them to a different part of the campaign. These are all different little offshoots of the campaign. So let's let them know we do profit first coaching, and then let's put a tag on them about that. As they go through and you market to them about different things, you can tag them saying, okay, we've let them know about this. Now let them know about that. And these are all things that will help you grow that database with knowledge, with tags, with actions, so you know how you can help them the next way. This is another company called African Leadership University. Great organization. They want to educate 20,000 young African leaders in the course of the next 50 years, which is a wonderful, ambitious goal. And I applaud them, and they're fantastic. But they had a hard time. They have a school, and they're trying to get 50 students enrolled in their inaugural MBA class, and they weren't being successful. So they came to us, they said, hey, can you help us with this? And so we said, yeah, let's do a webinar. Webinars are fantastic. And so we set up a webinar. Now, just doing a webinar is not going to make you successful, as we discovered with African Leadership University. The whole point is you get them in with the webinar, but then you have to have the follow-up, because this is all about creating relationships and developing those relationships and helping those people along and getting them to the point where you need to get them. Okay, so for the purpose of, I'm going to show you how they use this to collect leads and then get money. They did these webinars. And then from that, for people who watch the webinar, they're able to capture the information. Our marketing guy, Jay McDonald, this is a picture of J-Mac. He helped them get 35,000 leads, which is phenomenal. It's just amazing. The problem is leads don't pay you any money. You can get leads all day long, and leads aren't putting any money in your bank account. So they understood this. So after they get them as a lead, they nurture them along. They give them more information. They help them. They take them step by step along the way until they get to the next step. And from that, they got 7,000 people to apply for the school. That is great as well. That's amazing. Hats off to them. And I'll give them a round of applause. But applications don't pay the bills. So they had to keep all the hands of those people, keep nurturing them along. Here's ways to apply. Here's a way to get financial aid. Here's how, housing, whatever it might be, giving them those resources so that they eventually, while they were looking for 50 students to enroll, they got 150 students enrolled. They had to actually open a second campus. Things were so great. Their revenue increased 1,370% in the first year alone. Not just because they did webinars, but because they did webinars with a strategy, with an idea of what we're doing afterwards. Here's what we're gonna say. Here's how we're gonna help people. Here's how we're gonna move them along. So that would help them grow their list. One more idea, well, a couple more ideas. This is what I used to think of as building my list. I would go to an event and I would collect business cards from people. And I've collected untold business cards, but I never had anything to do with them. And so eventually those business cards ended up in a shoebox under my bed because I had no idea what else to do with them. And so they're just wasted. They're wasted opportunities. And I know I am not the only one. I know that everybody listening to this has collected a business card from someone and has not followed up. You had the intention to follow up. You wanted to send that person an email, but you never did. So this is what automation looks like. You now pull out your phone. Infusionsoft has a mobile app. So you just pull up the mobile app on there. You can see in the upper right corner, there's a little plus sign. You just hit that plus sign because you want to add a contact, and it can bring up, you can manually type it in on your phone if you want to, but you can also, it'll bring up a camera icon. You just take a picture with your camera, your phone camera, and then that name instantly goes into your database. It actually, first of all, goes to a real person who types in all the information because they know how to read a business card. They type it in, they send it back to you, and you can put a tag on that person. Now, let's say, remember, this is all about tags. Let's say you're going to go to an event. We'll pretend like this event we're at right now, this webinar, is a live event. So we're all coming together, creating wealth through automation. It's a big day event. I'm exchanging business cards or whatever, and I know I'm going to get a business card from you. So I created like 3 emails ahead of time. Hey, good to meet you at Creating Wealth Through Automation, blah, blah, blah. This is what happens. I pull out my phone, use the Infusionsoft mobile app, take the picture, timer goes by, and the email goes out. This email can go out the same day. It was great to meet you in person at Creating Wealth Through Automation, blah, blah, blah. Check out my website. Have a great Tuesday. That can go out the exact same day. So this is no longer you collecting a business card hoping that you're going to send the person an email. This is you just pushing a button and the email goes out. And maybe Denise didn't read the email because she was busy. So a follow-up email. This is part of your campaign. This is the follow-up. This is the automation. This is ready to go out a couple days later. It was great to meet you last week. I still can't get over Darren from Infusionsoft. I digress, blah, blah, blah. Check out my website. You get the idea. So this is now automatically making the connection that you wanted to make, but you didn't because you didn't know what to do and you didn't have the time, and so you forgot about it. I just had a friend I talked to, someone I met at an event, who started with Infusionsoft about 6 months ago. One of the first things they did is they created a campaign for this, and her first email was basically, I am so sorry, I have lost track. I know that we connected and we thought it was important to do stuff, and I know if it was important, then it's important now. So would you just reach out and connect with me again, and let's find out what we can do together. Something along those lines. And 80% of the people she sent the email to, 80% of those business cards reached out to her. I want you to picture all the business cards that you have right now. Picture taking pictures, and 80% become customers connected with you, whatever it might be. Okay, I'm going to show you one more thing. This is going to be a little bit difficult to do because of the way we're doing this, but I need you, everyone who's listening, to get out your phone because I want to show you what automation can look like. This is something that you could do yourself at any point. So I have this ebook. This is an ebook called The Small Business Guide to Growing an Email List. I want to send you the ebook. So this is what you could do. And then you say, and here's the way you do it. So now everybody who's listening, I need to get your phone out, and you're going to get your phone ready because everybody's got their phone. If they're listening to you in a live presentation or a webinar, I mean, everybody's got a phone nearby. So just pull out your phone, and I need you to send me a text. And so here's the phone number, 480-428-4150. And just text the word wealth because we're talking about creating wealth through automation. So when I get your text that says wealth to 480-428-4150, then I know, oh, that's right. I'm going to send them the ebook on helping them build an email mailing list. This is going to be amazing. Now you're going to get the email you're going to get the ebook through the email. You're going to get a couple texts from me, and you're also going to get a photo. I need you to go through the whole process on this, because the photo alone, it will blow your mind. You're going to get the photo that'll go to your email address. So all you have to do in order to make all this happen is just send me a text, 480-428-4150, and text me the word well. Now, if you're doing it right now, you might already have gotten the first text, because this is what automation looks like. I'm not texting any of you. This was done once. I don't ever have to do it again. Imagine all the time that you're going to save. The first text basically says, hey, great thing. I'm glad you connected with me. What's your email address so I can send you the ebook? That's the only way I'm going to be able to send you this ebook that you wanted, so give me your email address. So you type in your email and you send that back. If you're playing along at home with this right now, you might already have gotten to the second text. The second text asks you simply, what's your name? Now, I ask for your name so that I can make this seem very personalized. And it's not just like some, hey, here's some information or whatever. Now, anytime I communicate with you, I can say, dear Lisa, dear Mary, dear John, dear Bob, whatever it might be. I can call you by name. And I told you about the photo. I hope you're doing this, because you're going to get a photo, and now you're going to really see why I want your name. The photo's the coolest thing of all. The third text that you're going to get from me simply asks you if you have Infusionsoft or not. I ask that question to show you how easy it is to apply a tag. Do you have Infusionsoft? Boom, I'm going to put a tag on you. You already have it. I want to send you these resources. You don't have Infusionsoft? Let me put a tag on you. You don't have Infusionsoft. I want to send you different resources. So now, simply by asking a text, I'm able to communicate, tag people, and create the communication that's perfect for them. I know their name, I know their email, I know their phone number, so I can follow up text if I want to, but I know information about them, how I can help them, what information I can give them that will be valuable to them and solve their problems. So this is what automation looks like. Okay, that's the first part. That's the idea of attract. We've got all these people to our database, and there are a bunch of other things, but Infusionsoft has tools to help you grow that list. So that's the first step. Now we're going to move forward to sell. Sell is this challenge that we get. You know, we can build people on their database. We got this list growing, but we got to get them to buy. And you all know what it's like when you say, hey, here's what I can do for you. Here's my program. Here's my course. Here's my products. Here's whatever it is. And they say, okay, let me think about it. Or I'm not sure if that's right. I'm not ready to do that right now. It happens all the time. So I want to give you some ideas to hopefully get people off the fence, get people to move forward. The whole point, here's A and here's Z. You got to get them from A to Z. If you can get them to complete that, get them along that path, they're going to buy from you. You've mapped this out, and if you can get them all the way, this is where you're getting money. This is where you meet them, and you got to get them to complete that. The problem is that somewhere between A and Z, they fall off the path. They get distracted. They go off here, they start wandering, and they forget what they're doing. So if you can hold on to them, hold their hand, get them from A to Z, there's a way better chance they're going to buy from you. Pull up their credit card and do something for you. Okay. Here's a story I want to tell you. This is Greg Jenkins. Greg is a great guy. Greg had a traditional job. He was working like, 10, 12 hours a day. He was sick of that. And finally he said, I'm selling my business. So he sold it. He moved to Phoenix. He became one of our trainers at Infusionsoft. He's one of our best trainers. People love Greg. And he finally said, I'm going to leave Infusionsoft. I'm going to start my own company. I'm going to create a company that I'm going to offer video courses for people, teaching them how to use Infusionsoft and other resources, membership sites, all that. And so he started a company called MonkeyPod Marketing. I'm going to show you a picture of what MonkeyPod Marketing looks like today. The complete organization, the facility, the whole staff. This is what MonkeyPod Marketing looks like now. It's Greg by himself at his backyard in San Diego. He can work where he wants. He can work when he wants. He can do whatever he wants because he understands automation, and he can set these things up. So his business does great things, and he can automate it all. One of the things he's done, he's created a thing called the Infusionsoft Starter Kit. It's a series of 40 short little videos, little modules teaching people who are starting with Infusionsoft how to get going. Now, he wants to have someone complete that because he wants to have them complete the course. He wants to get them to go from A to Z. So for what we're talking about, we're going to pretend like we want someone to do whatever to get from A to Z. Remember, whatever that marketing process is to get them to buy. If we can get them from A to Z, they're going to buy. He wants to get them from A to Z just to complete the course. So he uses video tracking engagement. Now you can track video engagement. He uses an outside tool to this. You can track email opens. You can people clicking on links. Whatever is important to you to get people to complete that journey, you can track because you want to make sure they complete it to get to the end. You can see on the upper corner there, if someone watches 1 second of that video, he knows that. If someone watches 36 seconds of that video, he knows that. If they watch the full minute 12, he knows that. And picture in your mind, if maybe you have a video on your website, and you could track and see what people are watching, whether it's that or whether it's emails you're sending out or links or whatever it is. Basically, if somebody watches 1 second of his video and then stops, he has a very distinct message for that person. If someone watches the full minute 12, there's a different message. If someone watches the 1 second, the message is, hey, how come you didn't watch any more? Why did you leave? Come back here and finish watching the video. If somebody watches the full minute 12, then the message is, congratulations, you finished. Let's move to the next video now. So picture that same thing in your mind if you were to track what you want people to do and make sure they do it. For example, if they don't watch the whole video, Greg wants them to go from 50 to 100%. This is sort of a snippet of his campaign. And if they don't watch it, he can send them an email saying, I know you're busy, but just jump in, click this button, because I know you didn't watch the video. Click this button and jump back in. You can finish watching that video. So now you're getting people, you're not letting them fall by the wayside. You're monitoring them through automation to make sure that they complete stuff. Monkey Pot, I asked him, I said, you know, he cleared 6 figures in his first year alone. Not bad, by himself at his backyard table. And last summer, it was like August or whatever, I said, how'd you do last month? He said, hey, in July, I sent out 6,000 emails, got new leads, subscribers, customers, members, which is all fantastic. July is a slower month, and he did all this fantastic work in July. Even more fantastic because this is what he was doing during 1 week. And this is what he was doing during another week. And this is what he was doing during another week. For 21 straight days, he was hiking the Canadian Rockies and didn't lift a finger on his business, didn't do a thing, and came home to find more customers, more members of his membership site, more money in his bank. His business was stronger. He had more money, and he hadn't been doing any work. That's what automation looks like. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one more quick little story. This is a story about a company called Kickstagram. They use Instagram to help you build your database. They have a couple different monthly services. You can sign up different packages, but it was just like 6 or 7 young kids in San Diego. They really didn't know what they were doing. They had a great service, great product, but they didn't have any customer relationship management tools. They didn't have any lead tracking. They didn't have any automation. They struggled with some of that stuff. So they said, can you guys help us? And we said, yeah, let's see what we can do here. So we helped them create a thing called the Sterling Stealth Campaign. You're going to love this idea. And whether you use this idea, the whole idea is Infusionsoft can help you automate communication any way you want. They found there was nobody in their database named Sterling. So they send out 2 emails. The first email goes out to Sterling. Now remember, nobody is named Sterling. There's not a single person in their entire database named Sterling. And then the second email goes out to the correct name. So the first email goes out, basically it says, hey Sterling, I appreciate your time today. We played phone tag, but I want to be able to help you out. Remember, this is for people who are on the fence, who can't decide if they want to sign up for something, want to buy something or not. So this is specifically goes out to them and says, Sterling, here's a special promo code just for you. It's good for the next 24 hours that you can use if you want to. So that goes out. 3 minutes later, the next email goes out that says basically, oh, I'm so sorry, Bob, Nancy, whatever your real name is, that I sent that email to the wrong person. That was supposed to go to somebody else I'd been talking to. But here's the good news. If you're thinking about signing up, you can still use that same promo code. So here's now this person who was thinking about signing up, couldn't make up their mind, and now they feel like they're getting this super special deal, this opportunity that wasn't really meant for them, but they can take advantage of. That second email has a 52% open rate because people are so intrigued. So now just think in your mind what you can do and how you could customize the communication and the information that's going out just to get people to open their emails. In Kickstagram, before they started using automation, had 100 clients. After they started using Infusionsoft, they 6 times that. And because they have so much automated, they only had to add 2 extra employees for 6 times in their business, because much of even the onboarding was automated. This is the idea of an empty shopping cart or abandoned shopping cart. You know what it's like for someone to come and they're about to buy. Maybe they put something in the shopping cart and then they leave. And we get so offended, like, oh, they changed their mind. It could have just been the macaroni and cheese was boiling over. It could have been the dog had to go out. Whatever it was, they somehow got distracted and they didn't come back and buy. So create a campaign that can help you recover those abandoned shopping carts. When someone puts something in the shopping cart, that's an action where you can put a tag on them. This person put something in a shopping cart. And then it goes back, hey, what was the problem? Can we help you out here? Was it too expensive? Whatever the problem was. Here's a discount for you. Here's free shipping for you. Here, whatever it might be that you can use to overcome whatever the problems there were. Maybe it's just a reminder to say, hey, get back in there and buy whatever you're going to buy. This is what the Infusionsoft database looks like as you're jumping in. We got the names, we got the emails. Far right-hand side of your screen are the tags that you can put on people. What I love are those little flames that pop up. And those flames can pop up for whatever it is that you think is important to you in helping that person get to the end. Remember, you want to get them from A to Z. And if you can check their progress along there, and you know that maybe you've got a video. We'll say you've got them in your database. So at some point you've got them in your database. And then maybe one night you're sleeping and they do a bunch of stuff. If you don't have Infusionsoft, you can't track this. But we'll pretend you have Infusionsoft. So they come to your website and makes a flame light up. They watch a video you have. You want that to trigger a flame to light up. They read information about you and how long you've been in business. You make that be a flame that'll light up. They read pricing on whatever it is that you have to offer, your products and your services. You trigger a flame to light up with that. And then maybe they look at your schedule or your calendar or read reviews from other people or whatever it might be, those flames can light up. So now, instead of you not being able to track this, you can track what somebody is doing. You wake up the next morning, they got a bunch of flames lit up. Clearly, that's a time to pick up the phone and say, hey, I'd love to be able to help you out. Let's do something.
So Darren, you taught me about the flames about 2 years ago because I didn't really know how to use them the right way. And when you explained to me the way that they worked, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I could do something like this. And we now have a whole sequence that actually fires when somebody reaches 5 flames. And we create tasks inside Infusionsoft that sends one of us a note that says pick up the phone, because that's what we do when we see, and we've got ours rated on based on how many emails are opened, lifetime product value, or lifetime purchase value, and things like that, because it helps us to be more engaged with the people that are taking action, that are showing incredible interest. And I mean, I think that the flames thing is brilliant because you can kick off so many different actions to take place inside your app.
Yeah, so maybe you have 5 flames and you create a task for someone to call, like Jen was saying, or maybe you have 5 flames light up and it just creates an automatic email to go out. Whatever you want to do, but it's just an instant way to track those flames, see who the flaming hot people are in your database. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll tell you one more thing. This is, we put together our Ultimate Marketer Playbook every year. These are people who have grown their businesses by amazing things, like our absolute top marketers by 800%, 900%, 1,000% or more. We put these things in a book. We sell the book for like $400, but for people who are looking for campaigns and ideas, you just look through, find something that can work for you, and it's worth its weight in gold, and you can swipe that out and drop that in. So those are ideas, all ideas on how I help you sell, get people, those are campaigns to get people off the fence, to get people to move forward, to give you their credit card and say, yes, we're doing something. Okay, let me just move to the last part. This is wow. I'll try not to spend as much time on wow, but wow is just the idea of making people say wow. Literally, what do you do in your business that makes somebody say wow so that they love doing business with you? And how can you get more business? This literally is one of the single greatest ways to grow your business, is by using your existing business, your existing clientele, your existing customers, and getting them to do more, or referrals, or whatever it might be. It often is overlooked, but I'll give you a couple quick ideas here. The idea of automating like a $5 gift card that could go out. Somebody buys something from you, you could automate a gift card that could go out. And maybe you want it to seem like it's going to be personal. You can integrate with companies like Send Out Cards, Zen Direct, different companies like that, fulfillment companies. So maybe, you know, boom, 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 they sign up for this, they give you their credit card. It creates a task, creates an action that sends a note to Send Out Card or whoever the fulfillment company is, saying send this card. And maybe you've typed the text in once. Hey, thank you so much for doing business with us. We're looking forward to amazing results. Let us know how we can help. Sign Bob or whatever. That looks like a handwritten note that can go out to that person. And we all have good intentions. You know, that would be great. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'd like to send those out myself. You're not going to do it. So just automate that to happen. Jeff Walker's a guy who's brilliant at affiliate signups and product launch. This is so along the lines of like what NAMS does. So many people do affiliate stuff. So let me give you an idea what Jeff does. He just has like 5 to 7 employees, and he offers a lot of online courses. And so what he does, everything is automated. Whenever someone signs up for an affiliate, to be an affiliate, that is all automated. A form automatically gets sent to them. They fill that out, and automatically then they get emails saying, okay, here's the schedule. Here's what we're going to be doing. Here's what you need to do. They create. This is all created. So you want to have an army of affiliates who are going to be working for you and doing stuff, but it's so difficult to stay on top of all those people and give them the information. So you can just automate that so that all automatically just gets sent out to people. And then if you have the e-commerce aspect, all the affiliate payments can get automatically just to get sent out. This is a company called College Success Formula. They are it's a husband and wife. I was going to say a college coaching team, I guess. They coach people to be better, have more success in college. But they were a little overwhelmed and couldn't keep up. And so they said, can you help us out? So the idea that we came up with was let's move to completely online membership. So we're not going to be doing personal coaching with people anymore. It's just online membership. So when somebody signs up, they automatically, it's a $1 3-month trial. So they get every time they sign up, they actually physically get a postcard in the mail. They pay their $1 and a physical postcard gets mailed out to them. Hey, thanks for signing up. We're looking forward to doing great things with you. If you have any questions, let us know, but let's jump in and do stuff. That lasts for 3 months, and then at 3 months, it automatically switches over to the full paid membership. And when that happens, brownies get mailed out. It's like, woo, now they're excited. Now they're getting something good here. I mean, the postcard was fine, but now they're literally getting a box of brownies in the mail. It is not the husband and wife who are making brownies and sending them out. That's all done through a fulfillment. I think they use Send Out Cards for that as well. Send Out Cards has great brownies. So when that happens, brownies automatically get mailed out, and they know nothing about it. Somebody can say, hey, thanks so much for the brownies. Yeah, whatever. They didn't even know the brownies went out, because it's all automated. It's still the husband and wife team. They've doubled their sales twice in the last 3 years. They've gone from full service to completely online. They just had their best month ever in September, and they have more free time than ever because everything is all automated. I'm gonna tell you one more quick little company. This is a company called Sotellus. Sotellus is an outside company. Some of the things I'm talking to you about are outside bells and whistles you can add on. Most of what I'm talking to you about is completely part of Infusionsoft, but this is a little outside little bell and whistle that we love. I was just talking to these guys a couple days ago. So this is for anybody who ever wants any referrals or testimonials, people saying how great you are. You send this out through Sotellus. They get the email that says, hey, did you like what we're able to do? Did you like the product or service? If you like it, so tell us. And you can see the 3 buttons on there. The easiest one to push is the one on the top. So they just push that button on the top, activates the camera on their phone, and then they just say, hey, Bob was the greatest coach ever. We've transformed our life and our business, and things are so much better. Everybody should work with Bob. Boom, video over. That video then automatically goes to your website or Bob's website, automatically goes to social media feeds from that person, and automatically becomes a searchable entity that if someone's typing in Bob Life Coach, all of a sudden that video can pop up as well. So this is just a way for you to automatically capture video reviews. It's not into the audios or the text, but the videos are going to be by far the most powerful, and they're the easiest for people to do. So those are just a couple ideas to help you do stuff. And then this is what your website looks like. A bunch of 5-star reviews. By the way, if they don't give you a 5-star review or a 4-star, it doesn't go to your website, so you don't have to worry about that. And you have access to this, and you can tweak and edit them anyway. But that's the whole idea on how you can wow people even more. So that's the idea of attract, sell, and wow. The 3 different phases: getting people to your database, nurturing them along and building those relationships so they'll buy from you, and then turning those people into raving fans so you can get additional sales and cross sales and referrals and testimonials and everything that comes along with that. And that is the whole beauty of what Infusionsoft does. Not just does, but automates for you. This is also the problem. And this, I often think, Jen, I often think of first time I talked to your dad, and he was talking about all the different systems he had, because this is so common, is people have a little program here and a little program here. You use MailChimp and one shopping cart and these different things, and they try to cobble all these things together, and you can't build a system with a bunch of different mismatched tools trying to make them work together. Instead, Infusionsoft is all together. Do you remember it all, Jen? Do you remember how many?
Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. And when we first actually sat down and did the math, and when we signed up for Infusionsoft, and after we sat down and figured out everything that we could get rid of, I mean, we were actually saving a couple $100s a month after we were able to just get rid of everything. And, you know, one of the things that drives me nuts is when I have to rely on multiple tools to make multiple things happen, it means that there's multiple new places for things to break. And, you know, when you've got entire campaigns running, or you've got a launch promotion going or something like that, and you have got multiple systems cobbled together and something breaks, it takes a really long time to figure out what actually broke, because you're moving from system to system to systems testing. And, you know, I have really started, because we're a top 500 user for Infusionsoft, and so we also get some of the new features in our account first on the beta side of it. And so I've been using the landing page builder quite a bit lately, because it has made it so incredibly easy for us to send content to our list without them having to register for like new opt-ins, for us to be able to deliver content automatically that we would be giving to new leads behind a registration form. And so being able to use, you know, the landing page builder, we don't use it fully because our entire site and membership is built in WordPress, but I'm using it a lot more on the back end, being able to create initial upsells after a webinar registration and things like that. I'm just loving it. And it's become so simple to use, especially, you know, with like the new email builder that's in here and things like that. It's just the tools and technology that you guys are building and adding all the time has been wonderful for us.
Fantastic. I always love to hear those stories like that. So, I mean, the whole idea, is making life simpler instead of having to use a bunch of outside sources for this and that, put them all together under one roof. And Infusionsoft is like that. It's like 32 blades on a Swiss Army knife, because it's the best tools, and it's in the hands of a robot because it's automated and it's sitting on a pile of cash. That's the business model right there, the cash machine. There are a bunch of people who use Infusionsoft, whether you know it or not. Damon John from Shark Tank, first question he asks people is, do you have Infusionsoft, or you need to get it? Because that's how I know, you know, you're serious about your business. People like Dave Ramsey, Tony Robbins, Jack Canfield, and look, there's NAMS right there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. In fact, the first story on there, the whole thing about automating your income to get the lifestyle you want, it was a great story that your dad wrote in there about going on a trip to New York and being gone and coming back and having more money, and his business had grown while he was on vacation, right?
Yep. We just actually had our highest revenue month ever in the month of April. That happened from automated campaigns that we had set up. We only sent 39 broadcast emails out in the month of April, because all the rest of it was in automated campaigns that were already built, and, you know, that I didn't have to sit here and actually create an email for, and, you know, and get it done in between breakfast and walking the dog, or, you know, whatever. It was just, I took the time, I built it, it was done, and then people, you know, entered the campaigns at the appropriate time.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're trying to do here. That is the goal for Infusionsoft, to help you do more, make more, work less. Infusionsoft is the tool that like 150,000 people use every day to automate their business and to be able to reach more and to be more successful, improve your life or improve the lives of other people who you're trying to help. I'll give you a little information. It's cloud-based, so the predictable, reliable access. If you have access to the internet, you have access to your Infusionsoft. Some of the highest email deliverability rates out there. We have unlimited phone and chat support, which is really phenomenal. The guys who you talk to on the phone are like the greatest. And then we improve it every month. Jen was talking about like the landing page builder, better email builder, and all sorts of different tools that we give you every single month, and those are all included as part of your Infusionsoft. There is one of my favorite, this is my secret tools, and I'm letting you know that. It's called the Marketplace. The Marketplace is where people go to find all sorts of different ways to customize your campaign, customize your account, including campaigns that have been built for you. So there are people who have, like every month, they'll type an email, or not an email, a campaign. It's got a series of emails. It's got the content written in there. You think, hey, I should do something. Like there's the Facebook event promotion or something. You just take that content, words written in there, plug it into your account, and you're ready to go. There are all sorts of other ways to add bells and whistles onto your Infusionsoft account. So when you get set up and get going, after you're doing that, remember to check out the Marketplace, sort of like the App Store for Apple products.
Okay, I use the Marketplace all the time, by the way, because there's no need to reinvent the wheel when you need the base structure of a campaign in place when you guys have already done it.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm so glad you say it, because a lot of people are like, oh, I've never been to the Marketplace. Oh, no, please go. There's
I use it all the time. I use it all the time. I love it.
Okay, good. Well, see, now everybody knows. If you're looking for something, just call Jen. Say, hey, Jen, was that in the Marketplace?
Exactly.
There are two versions. There's the Essentials version of Infusionsoft that was one of the main ones up until about a year ago. It's a little bit bigger of an account size. It comes with 2,500 contacts. I'll give you actually 5,000 bonus contacts. So I'll triple that size for you. Comes with 3 users, a database that can hold 7,500 names. We have found that a lot of people, more and more people, are a little bit newer in their business and starting out and don't need that big of a database. And so we created what we call the starter version of Infusionsoft. This is less than a year ago that we came out with this. It's a database that can hold 500. I'll double that for you, so you get 1,000. And some of the stuff I'm talking about now is under the assumption that you could sign a 12-month agreement with me, because I'm going to double or triple your account size, and I'm going to give you some other discounts. So this is for a 1-user account, a database that can hold 1,000 emails. And you can send, as part of that, I'll not only double your contacts, I'll double your emails. So you can send like thousands of emails. This is what the Infusionsoft order form used to look like. But now that we have the starter and the essentials version, this is not what it is anymore. So it used to be people paid $299 a month. And now that starter version is just $99 a month. $99 a month for Infusionsoft, I would assume, would be one of the lowest bills you have in your business. I mean, look at all the bills I get on a monthly basis. $99 would be easily one of the smallest and one of the most powerful and have the biggest impact. If you need to add e-commerce, and some of you are ready for e-commerce right now, you're doing e-commerce, you're doing transactions, you want to track affiliates, all that kind of stuff, you can add the e-commerce on for $59 a month. So it's super easy to do. If you want to add it down the road, easy to add it on then. So you can just find out when it works best for you and add that on. Okay, here comes the first little bit of good news, as if it hasn't been good news already. The first 3 months, I'm going to give you 50% off. 50% off basically means you're paying $49 a month for Infusionsoft for the first 3 months. $49 a month. I won't ask Jen to tell you, but I guarantee you, Jen pays more than $49 a month.
I do, but I'll tell you what, I don't pay nearly as much as people would think, because Infusionsoft, really, when you start adding it up, you know, we actually were paying more with AWeber, which is who we were with before we switched to Infusionsoft, because AWeber is a list. It's a list type app, and so you know, if I had 500 different lists, which I did because we had 556 products at that time, so every one of our products had to be on its own list. Every person, no matter how many times they were on a list, they were counted every single time. Whereas Infusionsoft counts one contact, one person. And so, you know, our monthly cost was less when we switched over to Infusionsoft because of that. And I'll tell you, There are you can get to 500 contacts really fast. And, a lot of the other CRMs or AR softwares that are out there, once you get to that list size, then you're really paying a lot of money without the additional pieces that you get in Infusionsoft, like the landing page builder or like the e-commerce functionality, because you still have to buy that when you're using other platforms.
Yeah. See, I mean, really, we're trying to save you as much money and give you all the help that we can. So $49 for the first 3 months. In order to get you coached and trained, we require that everybody goes through a coaching and training process. And so we've actually hired an outside company, Success Engine. They're our #1 boutique agency, and they're small, and we asked them if they could do all of our customers. Like, no, because you guys have too many new customers. So people on this webinar, you are qualified to get a Success Engine coaching kickstart training onboarding experience. So what Success Engine does is they're going to give you 4 personalized hours. The first hour is mapping things out in your business and sort of just saying, hey, what are we doing? How are we mapping things out? What's our goal? How are we going to be making money? They're going to give you 3 more hours where it's screen share, WebEx, jump in, show you how to do stuff, building stuff on your computer. So you're going to get a total of 4 personalized coaching hours. You guys all know what personalized coaching hours cost. So it's a phenomenal value for that. This company builds campaigns for people. So they're going to give you 5 of their pre-built campaigns. One's a lead capture campaign. We have one to drive people to a webinar, phone consultation. Deliver and Wow takes care of the people that are in your database already. And we're going to do some group webinars. They've got one more campaign. It's a customer referral campaign. And then you got a 60-day game plan. So all the value of that is phenomenal. You got the 4 personalized coaching hours. You've got the 5 pre-built, I was holding 6, 5 pre-built campaigns. The value is like $7,000, and they said, hey, we could reduce it to 3. And we said, yeah, thanks, but we're not going to charge 3. We're not going to charge $1,000. We're not going to charge the $1,500 that people used to pay literally $5,000 for our coaching. This is better coaching, and the cost now drops to a one-time payment of $299. $299 for all of that I just talked to you about. And I can even split that into payments. If you want to pay it all at once and be done with it, just pay it all in the first month. You'll pay the $299 and then your first month of $49. So your first month's payment's like below $350. If you want to do the easy math, you split this into 3 payments. So it's 3 months of $100 because your first 3 months of Infusionsoft are like $49. So you're basically paying like $149 for the first 3 months, and then the 4th month drops to $99. I can walk you through all the whatever math different options you want to on the phone, but the idea is it's a super great deal. I mentioned the Infusionsoft Ultimate Marketer Playbook that we sell for $400. I'm going to give you a digital copy of that and some other great things, including the video archives of Icon. I'm going to give you a digital version of all of those, and I've got one more special present for you, the one I'm most excited about. I'm buying you the starter kit for Monkey Pod that Greg put together, those 40 short little videos. It's normally access for 3 months. I'm going to double that for you. So you're going to get 6 months access to the starter kit. You'll be able to watch all of those. I'm telling you right now, the best way to do this is get all these watch the 40 short videos before your first coaching call with your real coach at Success Engine. So cover all these in the first, get your first coaching session scheduled, but between now and then, go through and watch as many of the 40 different modules as you can, so it teaches you how to get the most out of that. So I'll run through it one more time. It's $99 a month, 99 stinking bucks a month, and it's $49 a month for the first 3 months because you're getting 50% off. The coaching and training drops to a one-time payment of $299. You can see directly below that where it says 1 payment or 2 payments. You can even split that into 3 payments. And then the extra bonuses, those are completely free, and I'm going to throw in the Monkey Pod video course as an additional bonus. So you got all sorts of phenomenal stuff coming at you, and really, you can't imagine a better deal. So I just need you to give me a call, shoot me an email. There's my contact information. I will be waiting to help get you set up and do stuff. I will let you know that we have promotions that expire, and this will expire. I will help you out the best I can, but get a hold of me in the next couple days, even if we just get the ball rolling on this, so that I can know you're interested, and I can make sure I can help you out with the best perks and the best opportunities, and all the incentives that I can throw at you. So shoot me a text, give me a call, 385-439-95. Yeah, that email I told you to text in earlier, that's not my real email, so don't try to get a hold of me through that. That's only used as an automation tool that you could use. If you were to do that, you could have a, you wouldn't have that same phone number, but you'd have a phone number like that you could have people text into. That's not your real phone number. But give me a call on my real number or send me an email, and I'll be able to help you out. Because Jen, this is a great opportunity for really the tool of a lifetime to help people grow their business.
Well, and I'll tell you that first off, add like a 0 to the Kickstarter, and that's about how much I paid. And the Kickstarter program in and of itself is amazing because you really learn so much and you get a lot of just basic tips and tools and and like just little things that you wouldn't have thought of that you can do with the app. The other thing that I want to make sure everybody here knows, because we are actually an Infusionsoft trusted advisor, we also do a VIP group as well for anybody that signs up with Infusionsoft through us. So we actually have a Facebook group so that we can go in and you can ask questions. I share campaigns that we build, and we want our Infusionsoft users to be as successful as possible using this tool, because it is the tool that has grown our business. We have, we've been using Infusionsoft since March of 2015, and we have almost 5 times our list. So we've added, so it has been wonderful for us. The other thing too, I want to make sure everybody knows is that Monkey Pod Marketing is amazing. I actually pay every single month to be part of the mastermind with Greg and his team, because they do. It's just full of some of the smartest people that are using Infusionsoft. And so, being able to get the training from those guys with their Kickstarter too is just going to teach you a ton. I learn from them every single day when I'm involved with that group. And, we've got a couple questions that have come in. And, one of the things, though, that I want to make sure that everybody understands about Infusionsoft is that it is so simple to grow your business when you use Infusionsoft. I send, right now I can send 1.5 million emails a month, and I didn't start with that at all. We started with, I don't even know what we started with, to be honest, but it was in the below 100,000. And every time I needed to add on, I just picked up the phone and talked to folks at customer support and said, hey, what can you do for me? And, they were always able to incrementally add the packages that I needed to be able to add contacts, be able to add more emails. And it was just so simple. It typically was in my account within 24 hours. And there was nothing that I had to do on my end to make that happen other than initiate the support call or the phone call or the email to get that done. And so growing within the tool is super, super simple. Christina said something above that I want to make sure that everybody here didn't, that we understand, is that, just because I'm a top 500 user doesn't mean I get to use different tools in the app that you don't get to use. I get to beta test those things because we are, a high level user. And so it's kind of cool because we're able to go in, I'm able to learn it before it hits the marketplace and see what it really does, so that I can then go in and really help our existing users understand how to use the new functionality in the app. And, I've already figured out the bells and whistles of it all so that I can do really good training on it as well, for our people. So I love being able to partner with you guys in this way, because I think it adds incredible value, for our business, but also for the people in the NAMS community that sign up.
And can I ask you as well, have you seen the new Infusionsoft? They've just been unveiling it in the last month or so. Easier user interface, easier customer experience. I don't know if you've been able to beta test that or not, but that's going to be rolled out to people in the next couple of months, because so many people, they get a little intimidated by the technology, and this is a step to make it even easier and simpler and more accessible for people. So I didn't know if you've been able to beta test the...
I've got some of it, but I have not seen. I know that all of the new buyers right now are getting the complete new interface, so they're not even getting to see any of the old interface. And I'm getting to see little bits and pieces as it's being launched out to, to the old users. So, we had somebody asked in here, can you design emails like Constant Contact? There is a fabulous email builder tool that's in there. And so if you see emails that come through us that, have got images on the top and buttons in it and things like that, those are all designed in the email builder. And then I do use just a text email sometimes as well. And it just really depends on the kind of content that we're sending out. If I want it to look like a newsletter or if I want it to look like a sales email, we have different templates that we use for that, and I can easily create those. I can create a campaign now in Infusionsoft in probably 10 minutes because not super, super hard ones, but, just some basic campaigns, because I am a huge advocate of creating things that you can duplicate and that you can replicate. And when you find things that work easy and that do exactly what you want them to do, it's just copy, 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 and edit the content that's in that. And that's how we've built our business so fast, is creating really simple campaigns that are engaging and that do exactly what they're supposed to do and deliver exactly what they're supposed to deliver, so that me and the people on my team can easily go in and create those. So it's definitely been a tool for us that we could not have grown this fast without it.
And I'll just mention as well that getting Infusionsoft is a great, wonderful resource. Getting the Infusionsoft as part of the NAMS community makes it even rarer, because you guys are so supportive, and the language you speak will be the same language that people who are using the Infusionsoft will speak, and it just allows them to get much more out of it when they're standing on the shoulders of giants like you guys.
Well, I appreciate that. So, if anybody has any questions that they want to ask me about, you are more than happy to submit a ticket at the support desk. That comes straight to my phone, and we've got somebody that's in the support desk that mans that and assigns that out to me as well. So it's support@namssupport.com. It's where all of our emails come from as well. So you'll have that in your inbox from us. And I do want to encourage you to make sure that you talk to Darren as soon as possible, because this is a killer special that you are offering right now to folks. The onboarding that happens with Infusionsoft is amazing. We've actually, we've got a handful of people that are going through onboarding right now that have decided they wanted to use Infusionsoft about a month ago, and they have really been impressed with the onboarding and the training and the coaching that they've been getting so far through the process, just to make things really easy. So I definitely encourage you to get on that, because the price of this is incredible for all the tools and the functionality that you get in the app.
We do what we can. We want to help people be successful. So we want to give you every resource you can and help you learn it and understand it. And there's only one thing standing between you and doing those amazing things, and that's just giving me a call or sending me an email, and let me help you get set up and get all the tools you need.
Well, perfect. So let me make sure that we don't have any additional questions here that, let's see here. Let me just flip through these last ones. So Christina said something here about, that you never know why people stopped the ordering process. And, we've actually been doing a little testing this week with a tool that it's not an Infusionsoft tool, but it's a tool, because it actually explains what happens to people now in their lives. And that is, how many times have you gone to Amazon and you were like, oh yeah, I needed to get that, and then your phone rang, or somebody knocked on your front door and you just forget. Amazon makes it really, really clear when you go back to Amazon that you have added something in your account and you have not purchased that. And you get an email from Amazon that says, hey, did you mean to not buy this? Here, you can buy this. And that's what an abandoned cart campaign does. 9 times out of 10, when people make it to your shopping cart to actually follow through with purchasing something, they've been distracted and something happens to take them away from that. Then, their computer restarts in the middle of the night and all their tabs are gone, or something like that. It's not anything that you've done in your business. It's just life getting in the way for people. And so, the Infusionsoft cart abandonment campaigns are excellent tools to bring people back into your shopping cart, to get them to actually complete your offers. Let me see here. Um, I think I think we've got all the questions answered. So, you've given everybody, two different price points here, and really, you've got price points for every kind of level that anybody on this call could be at. If you have already more than 7,500 contacts on your list, you have got a pricing plan available for people to jump in at that price point as well. So, make sure that you contact Darren, because they'll be able to get you hooked up and everything moved over into your new app quickly, so that you can.
I'll mention that the whole thinking in Infusionsoft has changed over the last little while. It used to be there was just like one big account, everybody fits into it, and now they've scaled it back to this starter version, and now you add whatever you want a la carte. You want a bigger database? Good. You want more users? Okay, we can take care of that. You want e-commerce? We can add that on. So yeah, whatever you want, we can custom make an account that's going to be perfect for you and what you want to do and how big your account is and all that. So we'll hop on the call and we'll just figure out what's the best fit for you and still get you a great deal no matter what it is.
Well, Darren, I appreciate you being here and sharing everything with our group today. And yes, we do have a replay. And as soon as I get this video processed, I will get this out for everybody. I know that there's some folks here who want to rewatch everything that you talked about. And, again, I'll have Darren's email address and his phone number on the replay page too, if you have missed writing this down. And, get with Darren as soon as possible, because I'll tell you, Infusionsoft has changed our business, and I know it can change yours too.
I'm looking forward to hearing from everybody. Help you out.
Great. I'll talk to you soon, Darren. I appreciate you being here.
Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.